Our thanks go to sponsors and partners without whom this event would not be possible. Funding partner, UK Sport. Official partner, Tier. Official suppliers, Lumi. SOS Group. Endorsed product, Sports Systems. Host city, marketing Sheffield and Sheffield International venues.
Middle session with the fastest heat coming this evening. So when I say plenty to look forward to, get yourselves comfortable. There's not much time for any breaks. As ever, the hashtag is SummerChamps17, and we do encourage you to get in touch with us on that all day, ladies and gents. Do let us know who you're supporting, who you're cheering on, where you're watching from. We have our social media guru, Jonathan Bell, across Twitter all day, and he'll let us know what the crack is on the TL. I'm hoping for some good chat. So then, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first event. Please welcome the athletes to poolside for the women's multi-class 100-meter freestyle heats. Heat 1. And away we go, right on time, women's multi-class 100-meter freestyle. This is para-swimming. If you're not familiar with it, this is the multi-class system. It enables swimmers of varying classifications to swim together on a points-based system. It's not necessarily the first to the wall who will win the race. It is how quick they can go in respect to their classification's world record. In lane 2, we have an S10 swimmer, Coral Farrell. In 3, it's Tony Shaw, who's an S9 swimmer from Aberdeen. In 4, Alice Tighe from Bournemouth Collegiate, she's an S9 swimmer. In 5, Steph Millwood, S8 swimmer from Corsham. And in 6, from the City of Manchester Aquatics, that's Rosie Bancroft, who's an S10 swimmer. Alice Tighe has gone off very, very quickly. S9 swimmer from Bournemouth Collegiate. She came very close to breaking her own world record yesterday. She's chasing the world record of Michelle Conkerly, very quick one of 60.91. She's going to be outside that. How close can she go there to score some points? It's not bad going. 840 is very, very good. It's a very quick world record. And Steph Millwood comes in 889. Very good score from Steph Millwood. She was chasing the score of Madison Elliott from Australia. Again, very, very quick, 64.71. Set back at Glasgow 2015. It is Steph Millwood who takes the win in the heat, 889 points. Alice Tighe, 840. Tony Shaw, 798. Some very good scores in our first heat. So now, for Heat 2.
Take your mark.
And away we go. Should be an interesting one, this one. Plenty of classifications going. Could be interesting to see who gets the most points, for sure. Grace Harvey goes in 0, Megan Richter in 1, Rebecca Redfern in 2, Abby Kane in 3, Hannah Russell 4, Zara Maluli 5, Lily McLeod 6, Fiona Butler 7, Ellie Robinson 8, Maisie Summers-Newton 9. As they come towards the halfway point, touching in first position, no great surprise, Hannah Russell, very, very quick sprinter in the S12 category for the City of Manchester Aquatics. Two-time gold medalist at Rio 2016, won in the 50-metre freestyle. She was silver in this event in Rio. How quick can she go in relation to her world record? She's hunting down that of Oksana Savchenko, set back in London 2012. It's a long-standing one. She's not too far outside of it. 874 is a very good multi-class score. Zara Maluli and Lily McLeod touching in with 7.05 and 7.58. And keep an eye on our S6 swimmers on the far side. Eleanor Robinson and Maisie Summers-Newton, both going very quickly. 7.96 for Ellie Robinson, 7.68 for Maisie Summers-Newton. And once again, some very decent swims in the heats. Get the sense, especially, that our top four can definitely boost it up in this evening's session. Will be interesting to see. Hannah Russell, the winner of that heat. And we'll see her later on in the final.
We now move on to the men's multi-class 100-metre freestyle. This is heat number 1. Similarly to the women that we just saw before, mixture of classifications in this one. Just the two of interest, S9 and S10. The two in the latter category, Oliver Carter in lane 6 and Kahoru Harazawa in lane 4. Your S9 swimmers, Matthew Wiley in 2, Ryan Crouch in 3, Lewis White in 5 and Jonathan Booth in lane 7. So no surprise that Kahoru Harazawa in that higher category is the one leading the way. The world record he's looking to get as close as possible to is 50.87, a very quick time indeed. Set by Andre Brazil in Eindhoven in 2010. Relatively long-standing record that coming in towards the wall now. It's 767 points for Kahoru Harazawa, toppled though by Lewis White, who gets 836. City of Derby swimmer there with a time of 57.52. Matthew Wiley coming in now for City of Sunderland in lane 2. Into the wall he comes, completing that heat. 324 is his points tally there. But Lewis White takes it. So confirmation of Lewis White, 836. So Harazawa may have got the fastest time. He comes second with the points. Next up is heat 2. Well, certainly a lot to keep your eye on in the pool here. Lane 0, Michael Jones of City of Manchester Aquatics. His teammate Jonathan Fox is in lane 1. Those two S7 swimmers going to get close to the record of 1:034. Matthew Redford is in lane 2. In 3 is Benjamin Fulston. Stephen Clegg is in lane 4. In 5 is Harry Wellington. In 6 is Ollie Hind. Jacob Leach is in 7. Oladaisi Adefison is in 8. And Andrew Millen goes in lane 9. So leading the way down the centre, Stephen Clegg of University of Stirling. Not much of a surprise that. S12 record is 50.91 set by Maxim Baraska in Reykjavik in 2009. He gets 55.16. That equals 786 classification points. 809 though for Ollie Hind in lane 6. He takes the lead momentarily though, because Jonathan Fox on 842 in lane 1 really comes on strong there. Now let's see what Andrew Millen can muster in lane number 9. Coming in now, 686 points is the answer. Not troubling Jonathan Fox though, who takes that second heat on 842 points. Ollie Hind in second on 809. Stephen Clegg completing the quickest trio with 786 classification points.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes to poolside for our next event, the women's 200 metres butterfly. It's heat 1. So a bit of a quiet pool then to kick us off with 2 swimmers in, as you can see, lane 3 from Doncaster Docks is Finlay Stinson, and in lane 4 from Chelmsford is Annabelle Kitchen. These two separated on the entry times by 0.22 seconds, and it's very close indeed at the quarter mark so far. And as well, of course, very early to start speculating as to who will take this heat. These two as well. The 15-year category. Of course, those swimming in the earlier heats completely unaware of what sort of time they need in order to make their age category final. So they just have to go out and swim the best and fastest that they can. Halfway through, leading the way, lane 3, Finlay Stinson, wide just over a second. Of course, Steve was getting you all encouraged to get involved. Hashtag Summer Champ 17, 1500 metre day today, of course, and everybody absolutely buzzing for it. Mia Rose says good luck to Basildon and Phoenix swimmers. Another good day to do very well. Guy says good luck to Abby, Freya, Sophie and Caleb. Go Team Grantham, make lots of noise. And they certainly are at the moment. And Faye says, wishing my cousin Zach the best of luck at the British Swimming Summer Championships. Hashtag proud cousin. Keep them coming in. Summer Champs 17 is where you want to be, whether you're in venue or watching on the live stream at home or around the world. We very much welcome your interaction. Annabelle Kitchen turning Finlay Stinson's lead on its head here
And looking as if she's going to take this one a bit more comfortably than we would have suspected at the halfway point in this heat. She comes in now looking very relaxed indeed. 2:30.06 is the time that she gets. Finlay Stinson of Doncaster Dales not too far behind at 2:31.12. Of course, difficult for those two just in the pool by themselves without a mass load of competitors to swim against. We're still managing to keep relatively close to each other all the way through that first heat. 10 more to come. And next up is heat number 2. The noise of the splash in the pool, a lot more noticeable in this second heat as it was in the first. No swimmers taking part in this one. In 0 from Stirling Swim is Danielle Rayner. In lane 1 from Thanet Swim is Maria Evans. Rachel Grant of Run 96 goes in lane 2. In 3 and 4, 2 from Stockport Metro for you, Olivia Heron and Rebecca Pearson respectively. In lane 5 from RTW Monson is Mia Burns. Maisie Thornton of Hailsham goes in lane number 6. In 7, completing that Stockport trio is Amy West. And Abigail Stamp of Woking completes the pool in lane number 8. Well, more or less a straight line between lanes 5 and 8. Leading the way though, a bit further to the near side in lane 3 is Olivia Heron of Stockport Metro at that halfway point. She leads by around a length ahead of her teammate Rebecca Pearson, who marginally is in second. Also on the near side going well is Danielle Rayner of Stirling Swim in the black cap. You have to say all but one at the moment in contention of getting those fastest 3 spots. Of course, doesn't really matter where you finish in these heats, it's all about the times in respective to the other swimmers in your age category. But on the turn now, leading the way, still Olivia Heron, looking very comfortable indeed. Of course, she will be hoping to be part of that 13-14 year category final tonight. She's got a long way to go to find out though. All she can do now is put her head down and swim as fast as she possibly can. And she's doing exactly that. Definitely got the memo. There's Olivia Heron. 10 metres to go, very much in command. In second spot in lane 7, Amy West of Stockport Metro looks as if she may join up in contention for that final as well. There's Olivia Heron touches in on 2:24.55. A 1-2 Stockport Metro, Amy West on 2:25.77 is in second, and completing that fastest trio, Maisie Thornton of Hailsham. Next up is heat 3. In lane 0 from City of Coventry is Lauren McConaughey. In 1 from Aberdeen is Anya Slesser. Elena Morgan of Nofio Clwyd goes in lane 2. In 3 from Borough of Stockton is Erin Donnelly. Alicia Stevenson of City of Birmingham goes in 4. In 5 from Newcastle is Krista Wilson. Lane 6 from City of Cardiff is Rebecca de Torres. In lane 7 The other side of the River Severn is City of Bristol's Olivia Butler. In lane 8 from Bournemouth Collegiate is Alla Chone, and Kelly Shanahan of City of Glasgow completes the pool in lane number 9. And once again we reach the halfway point with it looking pretty cagey and tight indeed. Krista Wilson of Newcastle is the one who marginally leads the way by 900ths of a second ahead of Alicia Stevenson, who is just on her right shoulder. In lane 2, Elena Morgan of Nelfield Clwyd is going pretty briskly over these first 125 metres as well. Krista Wilson in lane 5 looking very purposeful indeed as she comes towards the 3/4 mark now. It's 50 metres separating her. And first spot in this heat. In lane 2, Elena Morgan of Nelfield Clwyd seems to be getting quicker and quicker as well as she claws away through the water. Alicia Stevenson of City of Birmingham in lane 4, quickest entry time of 2:25.35. She's struggling to keep up with the front two. It's certainly a task that is easier said than done because Krista Wilson looks right on form this morning, the Newcastle swimmer. As does Elena Morgan, who will touch in second. So Krista Wilson on 2:21.22 takes it. Good cheer as ever from the folk from the northeast on the far side. In second spot is Elena Morgan. We'll wait for confirmation of that on the scoreboard. And Alicia Stevenson has to settle for third spot on 2:26.1. Just going to make sure on the confirmation that the 1s, 2s and 3s are all in the right spot. And indeed they are. So we can now move on to heat 4. Bit of a jagged start from all 10 here, already separated in the first 30 metres. And then 0 from Grantham is Abigail Farkas. In 1 from Borough of Kirklees is Millie Boulding. Colchester's Olivia Norman goes in 2. In lane 3 from Plymouth Leander is Juru Tania. In 4 from University of Stirling is Megan Briggs. Lauren Matthews from Swindon Dolphins is in 5. Occupying lane 6 from Colchester is Sophie Freeman. Tulfane's Mackenzie Morgan is in lane 7. In 8 from Winsford is Abby Christopherson. And in 9 from Southport it's Abby Jones. Abby Jones in second at the moment. Only person in front of her is Sophie Freeman of Colchester, coming up towards the halfway point. And Sophie Freeman definitely starting as she means to go on. So Abby Jones in second on the far side. Juro Tania in lane 3 on Plymouth Leander. They're doing well as well. Some cracking support coming from the spectator gallery on the far side as well for these swimmers. Maybe relatively early in the morning, but everyone certainly giving it their all in this third event of the morning. Still at the front though, Abby Jones in lane 9 and Sophie Freeman in lane 6 as they both make the turn for home, more or less at the same point. Sophie Freeman definitely has got a way better out of the two. Sophie Freeman battling for a spot in the 13-14 year final. It's an age category final, but we've seen her quite a lot in so far in the first couple of days here at Ponds Forge, and she's determined to be back here again this evening in this event, and she's going along very well indeed. 2:24.64 was her entry time. She's going to top all that and then some as she comes towards the wall. 2:22.18 sees her take heat number 4. In second spot, no surprise, Abby Jones of Southport, who was up there right from the off. And it looks like Abigail Farkas of Grantham, on the other side of the pool in 0, has got third. Just 200ths of a second separating her and Duro today. As you can see with the confirmation on the scoreboard, we now move on to Heat 5. Eagle-eyed of you will see no lane 0 running in this one, but in 1 from Kingston upon Hull is Amy Corcoran. In 2 from Wickham District is Sophie Millen. In lane 3 from City of Leicester is Millie Scotchbrook. In 4 also from Wickham District is Kentley Mackay. Lane 5 from Swansea Aquatics is Ekaterina Price. In 6 completing the Wickham trio is Eleanor Cowan. Lane 7 from City of Peterborough is Mia Leach. In 8 from Hamilton Waterlooville is Lauren Johnston. And Holly White of City of Liverpool is in lane number 9. For the halfway point, it's more or less as you were between around half of these swimmers, all very even at the front. Eleanor Cowan in lane 6, marginally leading the way, 600ths of a second ahead of Mia Leach on that turn there. Looks like it's going to be a battle though that goes right down to the wire between lane 6 and 7 though. Eleanor Cowan and Mia Leach. We'll swing lane 3. Millie Scotchbrook of City of Leicester is up there, knocking around in that front 3 race as well. And in fact, she looks as if that spring off the wall has got her propelled into first. 25 metres to go now. And the front 3 battling very hard indeed. Millie Scotchbrook of City of Leicester in lane 3. Eleanor Cowan in 6 from Wickham District. And Mia Leach in lane 7 as well. Looks like Eleanor Cowan's just dropping off a little bit here. And Millie Scotchbrook seizes the initiative and takes that heat. 2:21.95. Second spot is Mia Leach on 2:22.6. Eleanor Cowan just dropping off a little bit at the last, but she still manages to pick up third position. Next up is heat 6.
And whilst in heat number 6, Rhiannon Bowen goes for Team Bath in lane 0. Chelsea and Westminster's Freya Shaw is in 1. And Fisher from York City goes in 2. Barrow's Ruth McEwen is in 3. Freya Colbert from Grantham goes in lane 4. Leah Crisp is in 5 from City of Leeds. Jessica McDonough from Ellesmere College Titans goes in lane 6. In 7, Gabrielle Melbourne-Smith from Warrington. In 8, Jasmine McRae from Poole. And in 9 from Cossacks, Lauren Pate. Quicker start is being made in lane 3 by Ruth McEwen, going out very, very quickly, well ahead of the rest of the field on this first 100. Long way ahead, and she touches in after the first 100, 64.5. Over a second ahead. A second place, which belongs to this near side, Rhiannon Bowen. Going along very nicely on this near side in lane 0. Lauren Pate, similarly, on the far side in lane 9. And as they turn at the wall, it is still Ruth McEwen, but she has competition coming where she won't be able to see it. Very difficult to see competition anyway on the flight. No chance she'll be able to clock Lauren Pate out of the corner on the right, who's really driving home hard now. She's just about in the lead, but making a late push for this one is Leah Crisp from the city of Leeds. Ruth McEwen just fading. Gone out very, very quickly in the first 150. Might well just cost her the win in this heat. It's going to be close for first. I think Leah Crisp just gets there. She does. Only just ahead of Lauren Pate on the far side, who's shown a great race. Gabrielle Melbourne-Smith took third. Ruth McEwen, having done the hard work, led for so long, in the end slips to fourth. A beautifully timed race from Leah Crisp as we move on to heat number 7. Heat number 7 of the women's 200 fly. Emma Rosen goes in 0 from Stockport Metro. Taylor Finlayson from Warner Baths is in 1. Victoria Adams from Plymouth Leander goes in lane 2. In 3, it's Emily Keys from City of Salford. Eldie Smallwood from Pioneer 79 is in lane 4. Poppy Richardson from City of Peterborough goes in 5. Molly Roothouse from City of Manchester Aquatics is in 6. Jessica Podger from City of Bristol goes in lane 7. In 8, Abigail Burr from Lincoln Vulcan. And in 9, Zara Lalou from Wrekin College. And again, lane 0 has in it a very, very quick swimmer. That is Emma Rosen. 1:06.74 her time at the halfway point. Just behind them, or her should I say, is Poppy Richardson and Eldie Smallwood, who actually split exactly the same time at 100 metres, 67.09. And the pair of them are still very, very close to each other. Poppy Richardson, though, just about ahead here. Stroke rate just picked up. So as they come back towards the wall, leading the way in lane number 5 is Poppy Richardson. She's got a challenge coming from the far side though, in the shape of Abigail Burr from Lincoln Vulcan in lane 8. And lane 0, Emma Rosen, is still looking very, very strong. We're fairly close towards the finish here. Who gets there first? Emma Rosen gets there first, 2:20.67. A win from lane 0. For Stockport Metro's Emma Rosen, Abigail Burr takes second place, 0.04 of a second ahead of Poppy Richardson. As we move on to heat number 8. And away we go in heat number 8. in 0. Victoria Gannant from the City of Leeds, where we see another good swim from lane 0 in this heat. Niamh McDonough goes in 1 from Borough of Stockton. Katie Taylor goes in 2 from Harder Midlothian. In 3, Gail Alcaraz from Aberdeen. In 4, Shannon Stott from Hatfield. In 5, Amrita Robertson from Loughborough University. In 6 is Isabel Griffiths from the City of Birmingham. In 7, Barnet Cocktails Fleur Lewis. In lane 8, Bath's Georgina Boyle. And in 9 from Brompton, it's Alicia Kelly. As they come towards the halfway point, turning in first position is Amrita Robertson from Loughborough Uni. 64.64 the split at the halfway point. Alicia Kelly just behind, and Shannon Stott from Hatfield in 3rd. So they turn at the 150. It's still Amrita Robertson, 140.22, with about 35 metres to go now. Can anyone get close to it? Not sure they can. She's well ahead. Going on really strongly. Just about in second place, looking at the far side. Alicia Kelly from Brompton is close with lane 4's Shannon Stott of Hatfield. No doubt about the winner in Heat 8, that is going to be Amrita Robertson. Every day of the week, 2:16.80 from Amrita Robertson. And her Loughborough teammates on this near side seem to enjoy that one. Georgina Boyle was second, just ahead of Alicia Kelly. Heat 9. And away we go in heat number 9. Abby Jackson in 0 from Crawley. In 1 is City of Newport's Megan Allison. In 2, Royal Wolverhampton Schools, Melanie Hall. In 3 from Millfield is Isabel Jones. In 4 from Plymouth Leander, Laura Stevens. In 5, Loughborough University's Brianna Close. There it is, go on Brianna. In 6 from Street, Evan King. In 7 from Lincoln Vulcan, Tara Hayworth. In 8, Stockport Metro's Caitlin Bergen. Her teammate Megan Sheard goes in lane 9. Brianna Close then going well at the halfway point. Right up there with the leader. In fact, she does touch in first position. Laura Stevens very, very close to it. Lanes 4 and 5. I think Laura Stevens got the slightly better turn there. And Brianna Close has a little bit of work to do on this back end. Isabel Jones from Millfield in lane 3, touched in 3rd position. 65.7 at the 100s. And Laura Stevens has stretched her lead really good. 3rd length this from Laura Stevens, 139.13. Brianna Close touched in 1st position at the 100. And Laura Stevens has made up a gap of 2.5 seconds on that split. Really, really good back end from Laura Stevens this. Burning through the rest of the field. Battle for seconds in this heat will be close. Battle for first is all but over as Plymouth Leander's Laura Stevens comes in to take the touch and the win in heat number 9. Who's going to take second? I think it's going to be lane 6, you know. Evan King from Street has just got there ahead of the rest of the field. Brianna Close very close behind her in 3rd. Isabel Jones just pushed out to 4th. Heat 10. And we're underway. Women's 200 metres fly. 10. Sophie Colpin goes in lane 0 for Grantham. Holly Williams from Cleethorpes is in lane 1. Daisy Anderson from Thanet Swim goes in 2. In 3, Isabel Spindley from Deepings. In 4, Kiana McInnes from Heart of Midlothian. In 5, Amelia Clines from City of Leeds. Harriet Jones goes in lane 6 from City of Cardiff. Lucy Thornton from Ealing goes in 7. In lane 8, Tia Ward from the City of Leeds. And in 9, Southport's Ella Johnson. And as they come towards the halfway point in this heat, leading the way in lane 5, Amelia Clines, the City of Leeds. Quickest split at the 100 we've seen so far, 63.86 is quick going. Next through in lane 6, Harriet Jones got a good turn. Now pushing up on the leader. As they approach the halfway point, or sorry, the three-quarter point, it's fairly close here. Amelia Klein still leads in lane 5, but not by a lot. Kiana McInnes is coming in lane 4 very strongly. Harriet Jones is not too far away in lane 6 either. This will be a really impressive win for Amelia Klein, so she can hold off the challenge of Kiana McInnes, who has finished very, very strongly here. It's neck and neck, right next to each other. Who is going to take it? I think Kiana McInnes is just going to get there. She does, not by a lot. 2:13.65. Amelia Klein's 2:13.76. Only about a tenth of a second in it. It was a very, very good race. Kiana McInnes just nipping ahead of Amelia Klein to the last. Harriet Jones from the City of Cardiff took third.
And a bit of a breather now, which gives us a chance to look at the hashtag Summer Champs 17. Andrew says, good luck today to Kiana McInnes. P.S. Nice new profile picture. Well, I don't think I'm meant to read that bit out. Julian says, having at Waterloo's own Rory Huggins will be opening his account this morning in the 100 freestyle hashtag Go Rory. Jacob says, go Deventio's Tom Wyatt. Barrow says, go Ruth McOwen in event 303, heat 6. Good luck from Barrow. Chelsea say a tough race that we saw earlier on today in the first heat, of course, with only 2 in that heat. But great viewing on the live stream. Well done, Bells. We're now ready to go with our next event. It's the final heat number 11. And just an announcement as well, ladies and gentlemen, coaches and swimmers to bring you with, there will be a revision to this evening's running order concerning the last 3 events of the session. The amended timeline will be published during this morning's session, so there will be a revision to this evening's running order concerning the last 3 events of that session. So do make sure you make yourselves familiar with that revised timetable. And now we can move on. Heat number 11 is where we go next.
Final heat then of the women's 200 flight. Made to wait a little bit. And they are all raring to go. Spencer Williams from Brompton goes in 0. City Leicester's Maisie Elliott is in 1. Wirral Metro's Tori Sopp goes in lane 2. City of Leeds Anna Cheeseborough is in 3. Emily Large from Newcastle goes in lane 4. City of Sheffield's Isabel Grant is in 5. Caitlin Hubbard from City of Birmingham is in 6. Rebecca Fisher from the City of Leeds goes in lane 7. Serena Ayaguaram from City of Glasgow is in lane 8. And Chantal Austin from Bath University goes in lane 9. And at the halfway stage, no huge surprise to see our quickest entrant into this event in the lead. It's Emily Large, who entered in a time of 2:09.89. It's a lot quicker than anyone else in this event. She'll be expecting to make the final later on. It's interesting, she got a very, very quick time. Only born in 2001. It's enough to make you feel old. And she turns to the wall at the 150. Well ahead of the rest of the fields. Not too far away from her though. The only challenger, Isabel Grant, City of Sheffield. Those two have made a clean breakaway from all the other lanes. Emily Large will want to win this heat and at a good time as well, but will want to save something for the final later on. Isabel Grant just tucked in behind it. And Emily Large, I think, will just about get the touch, barring a big old push in the last few metres, but I think Emily Large gets there. She does, 2:12.50, not by a lot. Isabel Grant does take second. Third was close, but Anna Cheeseborough comes in behind them to take third place in that heat. Emily Large, the quickest entrant, wins her heat. To everyone inside Ponds Forge, swimmers, coaches, team managers, spectators, please do be aware that the air conditioning vents at the back of the stands must not be blocked. So if you put a bag over it at any stage, please do avoid doing so. The air conditioning vents right at the back of the stands must not be blocked. Thank you.
Next up, it's the men's 100-metre freestyle heats. And we start with heat 1. Here we go then, 3 swimmers in the pool for this first heat. 10 more to come after this. And in lane 3 hit from Guildford City is Joshua Shaw. Henry Newell is in lane 4 from Newmarket. And in 5 from Millfield is Sean Patrick McGowan. So the turf home well and truly on, 20 metres to go, just peeking his head in front. In fact, it's getting very close as we go towards the dying embers of this one, but Henry Newell manages to still hold on, 56.88, 200ths of a second in the end, ahead of Joshua Shaw. It was a very tight run thing. Coming towards the conclusion of that heat, Sean Patrick McGowan is in third. Let's go next to heat 2. Much fuller pool than in the second heat. Lane 0 from City of Oxford is Nicholas Skelton. In 1 from Barnet Cockthall is Archie Price. Lane 2 from City of Lincoln is Matthew Broughton. In 3 from Ren 96 is Zach Patterson. In lane 4 from Derwood side is Lewis Maxwell. In 5 from Milngavie is Douglas Kelly. Gio Ratuli of Wantage is in 6. Romford Town's Lewis Bidding is in lane 7, and in 8 from Ealing is Pietro Lombardo. Lane 6, Gio Ratuli of Wantage is the one leading the way. A couple of swimmers inside him close, particularly Lewis Maxwell in lane 4. Indeed, they are the front 2, Gio Ratuli in first, Lewis Maxwell second, and completing the front 3, Archie Price of Barnet Cockthall in lane 1. Confirmation of those results incoming now on the scoreboard and right on cue. There they are. Next up is heat 3. And for the first time in this event, we have a full complement in the pool. All lanes occupied for this. In 0 from Worcester is William Geary. Lane 1 from Nova Centurion is Dominic Bulls. In lane 2 from Sutton and Cheam is Spencer Creemore. In 3 from Ealing is Billy Lee Knowles. In 4 from East Kilbride is Kia Buchanan. Ned Sharp of Skipton goes in 5. In 6 from City of Milton Keynes is Jamie Hands. In lane 7 from Bromley is Thomas Woolley. Miles Lapsley of West Lothian goes in 8, and in 9 from Newcastle is Callum Atkinson. Very clear to see is the one taking the initiative in this third heat. Ned Sharp of Skipton in lane number 5 comes soaring home with a time of 54.72. Second spot, Billy Lee Knowles of Ealing, and Sutton and Keynes, Spencer Creemore comes in third on 55.69. Look up to the scoreboard. Confirmation of those results on the screen now. We swiftly move on to heat number 4. In lane 0 from Modernian is Joshua Bristow. Lane 1 from Sevenoaks, Nathaniel Rodriguez. Lane 2 from Davencio XL is Thomas Wyatt. Lane 3 from Plymouth Leander is Jack Plummer. In 4 from City of Lincoln is William Barber. Edward Mildred of Northampton goes in lane 5. Lane 6, completing a double dose of Plymouth Leander swimmers, is Joseph Thompson. In lane 7 from City of Cambridge is Jonathan Adam. In 8 from Haringey is Shakil Giordani, and Dara Clark of City of Lincoln goes in 9. Leading the way, Jonathan Adam in that sky blue cap in lane 7, coming in towards the wall. 54.36, much tighter in the race for second. 300ths of a second separating William Barber in second spot and Edward Mildred in third. Confirmation of that once again on the scoreboard. Heat 5 is up next. Almost at the halfway point in these seats. Once again, 11 of where they came from in this men's 100-metre freestyle event. Lane 0 from City of Liverpool this time around is Owen O'Connor. In 1 from City of Oxford is Daniel Jenkins. In lane 2 from Hatfield is Max Gels. In 3 from Millfield is Rupert Haig. Ayatobi Laguda of Hatfield goes in 4. Lane 5 from Swansea is Joshua Loney. In 6 from City of Birmingham is Jacob Davies. Angus Nicol. City of Glasgow is in 7. In 8 and leading the way from Plymouth Leander is Rick Jones. And Luke Pullen in 9 is from Guildford City. First in is Rick Jones. That didn't change going into the final 20 metres or so. 53.89 the winning time that time around. Angus Nicol is in second spot. 0.24 seconds ahead of Joshua Loney. Halfway points to pass then, we go on to heat 6.
And away we go in heat 6. Louis Mitchell from Corby goes in 0. Anton Akopian from Ealing is in 1. Eugene Brooks-Clark from City of Sheffield is in 2. Fraser Agnew from Aberdeen in 3. Scott Proven from City of Salford in 4. Joel Thompson of Shivers is in 5. Billy Pettit from Northampton goes in 6. Jack Simpson from Nelzowen is in 7. Ewan Evans from City of Cardiff goes in 8. And Thomas Clare from Team Ipswich is in lane 9. And as they dash back towards the wall, fairly close here, just about ahead. In lane 3 is Fraser Agnew from Aberdeen. Not by a lot though, coming strongly in lane 1 is Anton Akopian. Also in lane 6, Billy Pettit. I think the winner's going to come from one of those 3. It is Billy Pettit who gets there. 53.74. Ewan Evans from Cardiff sneaking up in lane 8 to take second place in that heat. Joel Thompson from Shivers taking third. Heat 7. And as we come back towards the wall, Cameron Clark, Hugh Williams, Jake Moxon, Mars Robertson Young, Jack Llewellyn, Charlie Poole, Will Morris, Kyle Tannett, Matthew Ferguson and Daniel Morley. 0 to 9, and in lane 7 it's Kyle Tannett who leads the way, but it's close. Coming strong in the middle lanes in lane 4 and 5, Jack Llewellyn and Charlie Poole. It's Kyle Tannett who holds on though, 53.36, the Ellesmere College Titan swimmer. Just behind him was Charlie Poole in lane 5. Daniel Morley from lane 9 in Derwentside took the third in that heat. 53.83, very close race that. Kyle Tannett there takes the win in heat 7 as we move on to heat 8. In 0 from Hatfield, Rhys Houston. In 1 from City of Leeds, Miles Stirk. In 2 from Pioneer 79, Benjamin Martin. In 3 it's Nathan Bennett from City of Manchester Aquatics. Max McCusker from Millfield goes in 4. Harry Stacey from Shivers is in 5. Daniel Savage, Northampton, is in 6. Charlie Humphreys from City of Sheffield is in 7. Adam Davies goes in 8 for Plymouth Leander, and Devonport's Harry Noble is in 9. Back towards the wall they come then, and going along very, very quickly and very nicely in lane 6 is Daniel Savage of Northampton, well ahead of the rest of the fields. But coming on strong in the final 20 is Max McCusker of Millfield. Has he done enough to get the first? No, he doesn't. Daniel Savage holds on. Max McCusker gets second. Charlie Humphreys third. And a fine swim from Daniel Savage, who led it out from the front and held on to take the win. Heat 9. And away we go in heat number 9. Rory Huggins in 0 from Hampton Waterlooville. Carl Chisholm from Borough of Kirklees is in 1. Harry Constantine from Hatfield is in 2. Samuel Irvine from Loughborough Uni is in 3. Kieran McGuckin from Edinburgh Uni is in 4. Miles Munro from Bath Uni is in 5. 6 is Callum Bain from the University of Stirling. 7, Bath Uni's Charles Pullen. 8, Thomas Kingham from Millfield. 9, Thomas Flower from Richmond Dale. Back towards the wall they come, and in lane 3 leading the way is Samuel Irvine from Loughborough. He's got competition there coming from his right, predominantly through the arms and legs of Miles Munro. And Kieran McGuckin in lane 4. Miles Munro has finished really strongly. I think he's going to get there. He does. 50.19 for Miles Munro. Just ahead of Samuel Irvine, who just slipped up in the last 10. Kieran McGuckin takes the third. Heat 10. Heat 10 then, penultimate heat in lane 0, Samuel Crabtree from Thanet Swim. In 1, Jack Warren Ballard from University of Stirling. In 2, Plymouth Leander's Reece Dunn. In 3, Perth City's Scott McClay. In 4, David Cumberledge from Edinburgh University. In 5, Lewis Burrows from Southcourt. 6, University of Stirling's Craig McLean. In 7, Alex Ray from Loughborough Uni. And in 8, Lewis Kerrod from the City of Leicester. And down towards the wall they come, leading the way in the middle lane. In lane 4 is David Cumberledge from Edinburgh University. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to stop him. Very powerful swimmer. And he comes towards the wall in first position, 49.93. First swimmer to dip under 50 seconds. Quick time that. David Cumberledge. Second was Alex Ray. Third, Craig McLean. Heat number 11. In lane 0, from Millfield is Louis Barker. Javier Mohammed from City of Cardiff goes in 1. Cameron Curl is in 2 from Bath University. In 3 is Yusufi Lagarde from Wickham District. Adam Barrett goes in 4 for Loughborough. 5, London Aquatics, Jarvis Parkinson. In 6, University of Stirling's Martin Walton. His teammate Jordan Hughes is in 7. In 8 is James Eddy from Wickham District. William Cole from the City of Bristol is in lane 9. And this is Adam Barrett powering towards the wall. He was the quickest entrant into this event. His entry time was 48.94. Quite a bit quicker than anyone else. How quick can he go this morning? He's feeling it. He might just dip under 50 seconds as well. He does, 49.35. I think that's the quickest time we've seen from Adam Barrett. Very decent time in the heats. We'll see him back later on for the finals. Martin Walton in second, Cameron Curl in third.
And whether you're watching on the live stream or you're in venue, very glad to have you along with us on day number 3 of these British Swimming Summer Championships, and you've all been getting involved in your droves as well as ever. Freya says, go Beth Britain in the 50-metre free coming up later on this morning. Absolutely smash everyone. Deeping saying, great swim by Isabel, third fastest going into the PM's 17-18-year-old final. A strong swim could get it onto the podium. Go Izzy. Lily also getting behind Beth Britain as well, saying absolutely smash it. Of course, the multi-class event coming up very soon, as all our para-athletes are gearing up for potential qualification for the World Championships in Mexico at the back end of September. We've seen quite a bit of them so far this week. See world records already. Hope for much more of the same in the next couple of events.
And we're ready to go. It's the women's multi-class 100-metre breaststroke, heat 1 of 1. And away we go, women's multi-class 100-metre breaststroke. In lane 2 is Maisie Summers-Newton. She's an SB6 swimmer. In 3, Danielle Hartin, SB14 swimmer from Basildon and Phoenix. In 4, Rebecca Redfern, SB13 swimmer from Worcester. And our final 2 swimmers are both SB14s. It's Louise Fidders and Charlotte Hartin in lanes 5 and 6 respectively. Keep an eye on Rebecca Redfern in lane number 4. She competed in Rio in this event. Took the silver as well. In the SB13 class, she's chasing the world record of Fotimakon Amalova from Uzbekistan, which was set in that final in Rio. Stands at 1:12.45. How quick can Becky Redfern go? It's well outside that at the moment. How many points can she get? 771 for Rebecca Redfern. It's a very good swim from Louise Fidders in lane 5. 800 points for Louise. SB14 swimmer from Hatfield. Danielle Hartin taking 788. Maisie Summers-Newton is an SB6 swimmer. She's chasing Tiffany Thomas-Cade's world record of 1:34.95, and she's not a million miles outside of it. That's a very good swim from Maisie Summers-Newton. 963. That is excellent from Maisie Summers-Newton. Really, really good swim. That's a world record that stood since Glasgow 2015, which is a decent length for a world record in paraswimming. And Maisie Summers-Newton was not too far away from it. Super swim. And now it's the turn of the men. 100 metre breaststroke, multi-class, heat 1. And away we go. In the men's 100 breast, Cameron Vincombe from Plymouth Leander goes in 1. All these swimmers are SB14s, apart from lane 8. So we look at Cameron Vincombe in 1, Sol Bressett in 2, Tyler Yanu in 3, Scott Quinn in 4, Connor Morrison in 5, Joseph Sieg in 6, Craig Harris in 7, and Matthew Harding in lane 8. Matthew Harding is an SB5 swimmer, so we'll finish quite a way behind the SB14s. It'll be interesting to see how quick he can go in relation to his respective world record. But let's take a look at the SB14s. The world record is actually held by Great Britain's Aaron Moores, set in Glasgow last year. I remember watching that, phenomenally quick, 66.33. How quick can these guys go? Leading the way in lane 4, Scott Quinn. No great surprise if you're a fan of paraswimming. Scott Quinn, very, very quick indeed. 66.33 is what he's looking for. He's just outside of it, but not by a lot. 949. Really good swim from Scott Quinn. A couple of fist bumps in the crowd as well. They like that one. Coming in just behind him was Connor Morrison. 894 was a very, very good score. The rest of the field all doing pretty well as well. Now, how quick can Matthew Harding go? SB5 world record is held by Andrei Granichka of Russia. And it's been held since Sochi 2015. That's at 1:30.07. So he's a little bit outside that, Matthew Harding, but a good score nevertheless. 676 for the man from World Metro. Can we please have a representative from University of Stirling and London Aquatics? That's a representative from University of Stirling and London Aquatics to the timing suite as soon as possible, please. Thank you.
And we now move on to the other side of the pool for the women's 50-metre freestyle heats, and we start with heat number 1. Eleven heats in this event, as ever. In lane 3 from Sevenoaks is Zoe Naylor-Perrott. In 4 from Modernia is Isabel Wainwright. And in 5 from Chelsea and Westminster is Clara Von Opel. Very even stuff, and we're going to see a lot of that in the next 10 heats or so. In first is Zoe Naylor-Perrott, though, in lane 3, 27.65. 0.34 seconds ahead of Isabel Wainwright. And in third position, Clara Van Opel. Let's go back to the other end now at heat number 2. In 0 is Ellie Riley. 1, Rebecca de Torres. Lane 2 is Amy Mead. In 3 is Harriet Rogers. Lane 4, Caitlin Cambrook. In lane 5 is Laura Lacrasse. Honey Alterin is in 6. Lane 7 is Maddie Harris. And on the far side, and just leading the way at the moment, is Scarlett Major. In towards the last couple of metres now, very close indeed. Scarlett Major is the one that gets there first. Honey Osrin touches in second. A 300ths of a second behind her is Maddie Harris. So it's certainly the three swimmers on the far side there doing the inroads as we now go on to heat 3. In 0 is Molly Quelch. 1, Ailey Redpath. In lane 2 is Jessica Podger. Lane 3 is Chiara Tomasello. In 4, Lauren Cooley. Molly Jo Garrett is in 5. Lane 6, Amelia Sansom. In 7 is Anya Slesser. Lane 8, Sophie Shaw. And in 9, Juro Tania. Lane 6, Amelia Sansom of Wickham District. The one leading the way, the goal Wickham. Banners are out and she gets there first as well. 27.2. In second position is Jessica Podger. And third is held by Lauren Cooley. Confirmation of that on the scoreboard. Next up is heat 4. In lane 0 is Ella Riggle. 1, Anna Blakely. Georgina Dennis is in 2. In lane 3 is Tegan Child. In lane 4, Sophie Freeman. Maya Dunleavy is in 5. In lane 6, Maisie Elliott. In 7 is Amy Davies. Summer Kennedy is in 8. And Elena Morgan completes the pool in 9. And right on cue, in they come. Tegan Child in first. Second, Georgina Dennis. Separated by 400ths of a second. And Maya Dunleavy of Chelsea and Westminster completes the fastest trio that time around. Confirmation as ever on the scoreboard. Heat 5 up next. And this time we can now start with heat 5. Well, it's certainly going to be a lot easier now to read all of these swimmers' names out. In lane 0 is Kira Usher. 1, Alice Golby. In 2 is Rebecca Watt. 3, Imogen Mears. Jemima Hall is in lane 4. In 5, Megan Hughes. In 8 is Rosie Morgan. And in 9, Katie Goodburn. And in towards the wall they come. Very straight line indeed. Coming in towards the wall, Rebecca Watt gets there first. In second is Imogen Mears. And to their right, in lane 4, Jemima Hall touches in third position. No surprise that there are 2 DQs to bring you in 6 and 7. Confirmation of that on the scoreboard. We go on to heat 6.
Away we go in heat 6, lane 0 to 9. Yasmin Tajali, Warris Mills, Emily Eiley, Elena Dewhurst, Maisie McCartney, Katie Laybourne, Emily Himes, Betsy Wizard, Yasmin Perry, Emma Govan. Down towards the wall they come. Very, very difficult to pick a winner here. Going well in lane 1 is Warris Mills. So too in lane 3, Elena Dewhurst. Going to be close for first. Very close second and third as well. I think Dewhurst is just going to get there from Anaconda. She does. 26.95. Second going the way of Emily Himes from Anfields. In lane 6, Betsy Wizard conjures up third. Heat 7. And away we go in heat 7, lane 0 to 9. Polly Holden, Clementine Lovell, Athena Clayson, Olivia Halcox, Emma Harvey, Sophie Yendall, Molly Robinson, Kaylee Decker, Megan Grant, Oniolua Taiwo. It's like streak towards the wall. Leading the way is Athena Clayson in lane 2, going along very quickly. Clementine Lovell on her left, very close to in the middle, Sophie Yendall. Sophie Yendall gets there, 27.16. Just ahead of Athena Clayson in second place. Oniolua Taiwo on the far side going third, 27.36. Good swim from Oniolua. Heat 8. Lane 0 to 9 in heat 8. Macy Lawrence, Madeline Exton, Brodie Judge, Isabel Wild, Sophie Smith, Hannah Featherston, Mia Maspers, Ellie Millington, Mia Hawkes and Eleanor Dooley. Towards the wall they go. In lane 2, Brodie Judge going along nicely. So too in lane 6, Mia Maspers. I think it's from one of those two. Lane 0, Macy Lawrence going to be close as well. It's Mia Maspers who gets there, 26.79. From Team Ipswich, Brodie Judge was second. Eleanor Dooley was third. Heat 9. Lane 0 to 9. Megan Maybanks, Amy Grant, Anna Main, Jessica Jackson, Freya Rayner, Emily Barkley, Molly Allen, Katie Latham, Jasmine McRae, Erin Cummins. In lane 4, Freya Rayner from the city of Sunderland going along very, very quickly. This is much more stereotypical heat in the women's 53. Much more of the arrowhead formation made, and Freya Rayner does take it. 25.50 for the city of Sunderland swimmer. Jessica Jackson was in second place, just behind 26.09. Taking third there, Katie Latham from the next swim. Heat 10. Lane 0 to 9 in heat 10. Zoe Bossard-Hill, Catherine Greenslade, Rebecca Guy, Gulsa Monel, Lucy Hope, Harriet Cooper, Rachel Louise Masson, Anna Pang, Juliet Cassini and Martha Dooley. And down towards the wall they come. And a very quick swim being had here in lane 2 by Rebecca Guy from United Bristol. Also in lane 6, Rachel Louise Masson. It's close. Rachel Louise Masson gets there just ahead of Rebecca Guy. Lucy Hope was in third. Heat 11. And away we go, heat 11, Laura McNabb in 0, Hannah Burville 1, Emmy Godslave 2, Emily Crane 3, Anna Hopkin 4, Catherine Stark 5, Kirsty Simpson 6, Imogen Clark 7, Anita McCartney 8, and Beth Britton 9. And down towards the wall they come. It's going to be Anna Hopkin, very, very quick 50 freestyler. And that was sealed almost as soon as she hit the water. Very, very quick, 25.62 the winning time. Imogen Clark in second, Catherine Stark in third. And a nice swim there from Anna Hopkin. And she'll be safe in the knowledge she can go quicker. We'll see her later on in the final. Ladies and gents, coaches, team managers in particular, please do be aware there will be a revision to this evening's running order concerning the last 3 events of the session. There will be a revision to this evening's running order concerning the last 3 events of the session. That is the relays and the multi-class invitational. The amended timeline will be published during this morning's session.
And back to the pool we go with the men's 400 metre individual medley heat, starting with heat number 1. Stark contrast this then from the 50 freestyle with the 400 metre individual medley. Fly back, breast and free, all to come. Midway through, let's fly leg. In 2 from Hillingdon is Dylan Charner. In 3 from Shiverers is Elijah Kendrick. In 4 from Biddle is Harrison Barber. In 5 from Derwent's side is Lewis Maxwell. And in 6 from Northampton is Patrick Marnie. Well, in any other race, it would be surprising that the 2 outside lanes would be the one leading the way at this point. Behind the individual medley, can all change in a matter of moments. But all these swimmers qualifying entry times very similar to each other indeed. But no more than 0.85 seconds separating quickest entry time Harrison Barber and Dylan Charner in lane 2. Long way to go in this one. Well, we saw it with the women's 400 metre individual medley. On day number 1, where the breaststroke leg changes absolutely everything. Patrick Marnie, the one leading the way. These swimmers all lining up places potentially in the 13-14 year age category, although there are a lot of swimmers coming up in this category. Have to go through these heats. That's all they can do. They swim as fast as possible and hope it's enough to get them a place in the finals tonight. Reminder, of course, 5 age group finals in each of the events. Of course, with 1500 metres being the exception, no one would be cruel enough to put those swimmers through that distance all over again. That event will be a case of a fastest heat coming up later on today. Well, 3/4 of the way through this breaststroke leg, and nothing's really changed at the front. Patrick Marnie in lane 6 still is the one in command. Only real movement is Elijah Kendrick of Shivers in lane 3, progressing a little bit further and getting himself in front of both Dylan Chandler in lane 2 and Lewis Maxwell in lane 5 as well. But Harrison Barber still on the periphery going into the final 100 metres. Looking very good at the moment for all these swimmers to defeat their personal best. As I say, 4:59.4 for Harrison Barber. And the 4 swimmers as well, also knocking around that ballpark. And 50 metres to go, leading the way. Patrick Marnie is still the one leading things here. Very rare to lead from the front and carry on leading all the way to the last 50 metres. The lead, though, not as handsome as it was 100 metres ago, and that's because Elijah Kendrick of Shivers has got stronger and stronger with every stroke and with every leg as well. And it'll be a very tight battle indeed between Elijah Kendrick in 3 and Patrick Marnie in lane 6, and Elijah Kendrick manages to turn it around in the front row on the far side in the corner. Very happy by that indeed. 4:56.83 indeed is an improvement on the PB. Same for Patrick Marnie as well on 4:56.94. Lewis Maxwell under 5 minutes on 4:59.43, touches into 3rd. Next up then is heat 2. In lane 0 from City of Sheffield is Ruben Vista. In 1 from Guildford City is Jordan McPhail. Lane 2 from City of Leicester is James Bartley. Kieran Summers of Scunthorpe goes in lane 3. In 4 from RTW Monson is Andre Sturdrum. In 5 from Newcastle, Daniel Butler. Zachariah Speakman of Nilfield Fluid goes in lane 6. In 7 from Ealing is Pietro Lombardo. Nicholas Skelton from City of Oxford is in 8, and situated in lane 9 from UEA Norwich is Nathan Woodrow. Up towards the halfway point of this heat, fitting in stark contrast to the one we've just seen, with the central lanes currently taking command with Andre Strider of RTW Monson in front. On the near side as well, Ruben Visser of City of Sheffield in lane 0, currently in second spot. And in third, Daniel Butler of Newcastle. Keep an eye out in lane 4, Daniel Butler. Was third at the halfway point, and he's looking very sharp indeed on this breaststroke leg. The central 3 lanes occupied by Andre Strider in 4, Daniel Butler in 5, and Zacharias Speakman in 6, all in that 15-year category. The rest in the 13-14 year age group. And they'll be looking to set the benchmark, no doubt, for the events to come. Ruben Visser, though, City of Sheffield, doing a wonderful job at the moment. He's tight in field as well, 4, 5 and 6. Andre Strider, Daniel Butler and Zacharias Speakman. We're all there or thereabouts with each other. And coming in towards the wall at the 3/4 stage is Daniel Butler in 5 and Ruben Visser in lane 0. They're all the ones to watch with 100 metres to go. So all down now to the freestyle. The deciding leg underway, and the front 5 all turning off the wall there. And the front 4 in particular being the ones to watch. Slightly dropping off the pace. Andre Strider of RTW Monson in lane 4. He's been momentarily left behind by 5 and 6, Daniel Butler and Zacharias Speakman, and not forgetting Ruben Visser as well, still in lane 0, ticking along very nicely indeed. These swimmers in both their respective age categories, some in the 15, some in the 13, 14, they're looking to set the benchmark, be the pace setters for those in their age group coming up later on in these heats. What sort of times we're going to be looking at here? 25 metres to go, and that awesome duel between Zacharias Speakman in lane 6 and Ruben Visser in lane 0 is going to go right down to the wire here. Will it be the black cap of Nelfield Clwyd or the red cap of the Steel City coming in towards the wall now? It is Ruben Visser of City of Sheffield on 450.52. Really good swim between him and Zacharias Speakman of Nelfield Clwyd, who touches in on 451.29. In third position was Daniel Butler, who had his own personal duel going off with Andre Strider. And the Newcastle swimmer managing to come out on top in that battle, touching in third. Ready now for heat number 3. In lane 0 from Stockport Metro is Yolan Bennett. In 1 from Nova Centurion is Dominic Bulls. In lane 2 from Millfield is Hugh Williams. Lane 3 from Danit Swim is Kieran Dale. In 4 from Pelton Phoenix is Liam Brennan. Lane 5 from Bournemouth is Oliver Fairman. In 6 from York City is Jason Robson. Thomas Beamer of Stratford Sharks is in 7. In lane 8 from Aberdeen is Andrew Arthur, and William Ellington of Millfield goes in lane 9. Well, brisk starts on the butterfly, I should say. By a vast amount of the swimmers in the pool at the moment. Hugh Williams leading the way for Millfield in lane 2, alongside Kieran Dale in 3 as well. Those two tied on the split times on that turn there. 400ths of a second behind them in lane 9 is William Ellington of Millfield as well. On the sailing stage, all but one of the swimmers bunched up towards the front, making it very interesting indeed. In the pool here we have 6 swimmers looking for spots in the 15-year final. 4 locking horns for the places in the 13-14-year final. And this is sort of the stage in the heats where we see the real competitors and challengers in the lower age groups gearing up for a potential qualification spot in tonight's final. So, past the halfway point we go. Still immensely tight at the front, particularly between Oliver Fairman in lane 5 and Kieran Dale of Vantage Swim in lane 3. And those are the 2 currently in command at the front. On the far side as well is William Ellington of Millfield in the green cap. In fact, he might have got his nose ahead of everybody else coming towards the halfway point of this 3rd leg. Some cracking competition materialising here. Liam Brennan not out of it as well in lane 4 from Basildon and Phoenix. This is certainly the leg where the pendulum significantly swings, and it has swung in favour of Kieran Dale in lane 3 and Danit Swim. It's not convincing though at the moment with the William Ellington on the far side of Millfield. Not looking very good indeed as well. Of course, William Ellington in the 13-14-year age group. His rivals in the pool here, Jason Robson in 6, Dominic Bulls in 1 and Joel Bennett in 0. He's ahead of all of them. He's now beginning to pit his wits against the older swimmers. So, the turn on the final 100 metres, well and truly on. The duel between the duo and the spearhead of the pack. William Ellington in 9 and Kieran Dale in 3, more or less as you will with them hammer and tong at the front. William Ellington looking towards the pull side as he comes up for breath. He may not even know what's going on inside of him. Kieran Dale certainly does in lane 3 and turns quickest on the turn for the final 50 metres. Also beginning to penetrate in lane 4, Liam Brennan of Basildon and Phoenix. He's coming alive when it matters. As is Hugh Williams in lane 2 as well, not far off his teammate on the far side, William Ellington, who's dropped off a little bit, and Andrew Arthur's the next one, who is eyeing up the Millfield swimmer. There's a bit of prey here, but down the centre in lane 3, Kieran Dale of Danit Swim. In the end, comfortable. Certainly didn't look that way 100 metres ago. 4:45.32, taking things massively in his stride there towards the finish. Liam Brennan in 2nd spot on 4:48.09. And in 3rd is William Ellington. Strong swim from him as well, 4:49.71. Will it be enough for him to get in the 13-14-year age final? Confirmation of those times on the scoreboard now. Heat 4 is up next. In 0 from Inverleigh is Angus Allison. In 1 from Nova Centurion, Ryan Wilcox. Alongside him, teammate Joseph Kingsland. In 2, in lane 3 from City of Peterborough is Herbie Kinder. In 4 from Team Bath is Ethan McNeil. Joseph Russell of Mount Kelly goes in 5. In 6 from Romford Town is Lewis Binning. In 7 from North Ayrshire is Rory Dixon. In 8 from Lincoln is Matthew Broughton. And Henry Pearce of City of Peterborough completes that lineup there in lane number 9. Ethan McNeil with the quickest entry time of 4:50.34. Seen quite a few PBs in this event so far. Of course, seeing the younger swimmers kick things off in the heats. You tend to see a lot of PBs early on. At that age, very easy to find things to improve on. As the stamina grows, the strength does as well. And the times get better and better. Herbie Kinder leading the way in lane 3 at the moment. Ethan McNeil to his right in second. Angus Allison of Inverleith come off the wall pretty strong there as well, but they're starting in lane 0. Pretty even so far in the middle of the pack. Front 3 though beginning to pull away down the centre, and in particular Herbie Kinder approaching this halfway point. So what curveballs will be thrown here in this breaststroke leg? How much will things change? Herbie Kinder will be hoping things don't change too much. This is the one in command at the moment in the 15-year category. Also in that 15-year category, Ryan Wilcox in 1, Herbie Kinder in 3, Ethan McNeil in 4. So Russell in 5, Rory Dixon in 7, and Henry Pearce in 9. The rest in the younger category, the 13 to 14-year-olds. Herbie Kinder's lead slipped out of his hands like a bar of soap, with Ethan McNeil currently in first in lane 4. Joseph Russell has cranked up the pressure a couple of notches as well in lane 5. And still in lane 0, Angus Allison of Inverleith is doing a good job as well to keep himself sniffing around the front 3 spots. Of course, not all about where you finish in the heats, all about your time in conjunction with everybody else in your age category. But of course, the morale boost of getting towards the front end of the heat cannot be understated. Ethan McNeil looks as if he's going to top the tree at the 300-metre mark. A strong breaststroke from him. Put himself a couple of seconds ahead now of Herbie Kinder. And now it's time for the nitty-gritty final 100 metres. Rory Dixon of North Fairfield, someone we've not mentioned too much so far in the preceding 300 metres. He's really beginning to come alive now on this leg with a white cap. Still Angus Allison kicking away, doing very well indeed. And just next to him, Ryan Wilcox and Noah Centurion not too far behind. Still in the centre, Herbie Kinder in lane 3, Joseph Russell in 5. Both either side of the current leader, Ethan McNeil. Trying to put their foot on the gas, and a great push from the wall there from Herbie Kinder of City of Peterborough. May put him back in contention to get the quickest time in this heat. That is a straight shootout materialising between him and Ethan McNeil to his right. Still on the far side, Rory Dixon gets stronger and stronger, the North Ayrshire swimmer. And coming onto the scene as well is Ryan Wilcox, who's pushing himself right up alongside Angus Allison in the 2 near lanes. 5-way battle coming in towards the touch, and what about that? Ryan Wilcox, Nova Centurion, take a bow. What a final 100 metres there. 4:48.68, epitomising how you cannot rest on your laurels in this event. Rory Dixon in lane 7 doing just that as well, coming in second. And in third is Angus Allison. And in the end, none of the central 3 lanes managed to get in that fastest trio. Fascinating race. And confirmation of the times of it coming up in a few moments. And there it is, Ryan Wilcox topping things as heat 5 is up next. In 0 from Warren Bath is Callum Chittleberg, who won from Stockport Metro. Harvey Jones, Piers Greening of Cockermouth goes in 2. Lane 3 from City of Leicester is James Newman. In 4 from Camden, Swiss, is Alexander Borisov. In 5, representing City of Birmingham, is Jacob Davies. Liam Birrell from City of Leeds is in lane 6. In 7 from Northampton is Edward Mildred. No lane 8 in this heat, but in 9 from Northampton is Jack Buswell. "100 metres down, 300 to go. Liam Birrell leading the way in the yellow cap of City of Leeds. Second in 3, James Newman from City of Leicester. And inside of them in 5, Jacob Davies completing the major City lineup there from Birmingham. Putting himself currently in the top 3, but also on the far side, Jack Buswell as well of Northampton. Just trying to accelerate himself into contention in these early stages. And just to reiterate as well, ladies and gentlemen, coaches and swimmers, there will be a revision to this evening's running order, but I do stress that it is just the last 3 events of the session. That is your women's relays and also the invitational multi-class mixed 100 metre freestyle event as well. That timeline will be published during this morning's session.
Could the gentleman with the flash on the spectator side on his camera please do turn it off? That's the gentleman with the flash on. Thank you very much, sir.
Leading the way in 3 still, more or less as you were. James Newman, City of Leicester, with Liam Birrell in 6 and Jacob Davies in 5 up there as well. On the near side, we've seen a couple of late dashes towards the wall. Particularly courtesy of lane 0, this time around Callum Chittleberg of Warren Bath was the one in that lane. He's knocking around the front 6. Quite symmetrical though down the centre, with 3 and 6 ahead of Alexander Borisov and Jacob Davies, both down the heart of the pool. Just a reminder as well, no flash is allowed in the spectator gallery. Please turn your flash off, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you for that. Good teamwork. So James Newman still is the one out in front. He came in with an entry time of 4:48.43. Looking well on course to overcoming that. With the final 50 metres quickly dawning upon us now. 25 left. James Newman making things look pretty comfortable. Has done for the last couple of lengths. It's a tight battle going off though between 5 and 6. Jacob Davies and Liam Birrell, who have been with each other all the way. Both be supported on pull side, but Jacob Davies looks as if he's getting that little bit quicker with every stroke. Will he run out of pull? James Newman didn't. 4:41.07 is a big improvement on the entry time. Jacob Davies just nudges ahead of Liam Birrell by 0.17 seconds. Liam Birrell in 3rd, Jacob Davies in 2nd. But James Newman, in the end, despite the front 3 being the same 3 all the way through, he's the one spearheading them all. Looks pretty relaxed to say he's just swam 400 metres. Confirmation of the heat will be coming in a couple of moments' time. Reminder, there are 10 heats involved in this event. We're at the halfway point now. Seeing some good heats so far, lots of individual battles going off. All the swimmers trying to exercise their strength in their particular favoured strokes. And just a reminder as well, ladies and gentlemen, particularly swimmers on this near side, if you could please remove bags that cover the air conditioning vents at the back of the stands. That would be greatly appreciated. If you could move your bags from the air vents, let the air flow inside Ponce Forge. That would be wonderful. Just a confirmed DQ coming up in lane number 9 there in heat 5. The rest of the pool as you were, as we now go on to heat 6.
And away we go then, heat number 6 of the men's 400 metres individual medley. James Bilbao from City of Hereford goes in lane 0. Adam Davies from Plymouth Leander is in 1. Matthew Richards from Royal Wolverhampton School goes in lane 2. Joshua Harris from Nova Centurion is in 3. Jackson O'Rourke from Northampton is in lane 4. No lane 5, but we have Jonathan Milner from the City of Leeds in lane 6. Warren Nabath's James MacDonald goes in lane 7. In 8, we've got Ben Cope from Royal Wolverhampton School, and Maidenhead's Joel Lang goes in lane 9. A strong start we made in this one by Matthew Richards in lane 2. Well ahead on the backstroke leg here. Very strong opening. From Matthew Richards. In second place, a few seconds behind, is Joshua Harris in lane 3. That gap is ever so slightly closing there. The rest of the field a little way behind the leading pair. Quickest entry into this event in this race came in the form of Jackson O'Rourke, 4:45.08. He's in lane 4 for Northampton. And he's currently in 9th position, way behind the rest of the field. One suspects he might be able to bring it back on the breaststroke, but he's going to need to. And he already is. A long way back to the front note in this one. Matthew Richards still leads, but that gap is closing. Joshua Harris making up ground. Still the leading pair. Matthew Richards in 2, Joshua Harris in 3. Over on the far side, and then 7, 8 and 9, James MacDonald, Ben Cope and Joel Lang are the next group of swimmers. And then we've got Jackson O'Rourke in 4 and Jonathan Milner in 6, just behind those three. So onto the freestyle we go then, final 100 metres in this 400 IM. And it's Matthew Richards, still, who leads the way. He went out very, very quickly. He stayed in the lead. Can Joshua Harris turn that over in this final 70 metres or so? Big ask for Joshua Harris here. If Matthew Richards can keep the form that's got him to this point, he will fancy it from here. He has to. Pretty strong swim this. He entered this event in a decent time. 4:46.44. He's going to be well inside that. So he comes towards the wall. It's Matthew Richards from Joshua Harris, who will take the victory in Heat 6. Super swim, 4:38.83, 8 seconds off his entry time. Well done, Matthew Richards. Joshua Harris comes in second place. Ben Cope over on the far side in lane 8 had a very good final 100 metres. He takes third. As Adam Davies comes in from Plymouth Meander to complete the race. It's Matthew Richards who wins Heat 6. Heat 7.
Take your mark.
And we're away. Heat 7. Christy Moon from Chelsea and Westminster goes in 0. In 1 from West Lothian, Daniel Ferguson. In 2, Robbie Jones from Tigers Jersey. In 3, Adam Brown from Millfield. In 4 is Oliver O'Halloran from Derwent Side. In 5, Rhys Ormond Cunningham from Mount Kelly. In 6, Barnet Copthall's Yaron Gerber. In 7, Northampton's Archie Plowman. No lane 8, but in lane 9 is Leo Karski from Boltney. So well underway in the backstroke. Heading towards the halfway point of this individual medley. And leading the way once again, lane 2, Robbie Jones from Tigers Jersey. Once again, the leader at the halfway point coming from lane 2. We had Matthew Richards in the last race. And now Robbie Jones in Heat 7 as well. Breaststroke leg is usually where things change if they're going to in a medley though. And coming up strong in lane 4 is Oliver O'Halloran. It's far more even after 50 metres to the breaststroke than it was after the first 200 metres hit. Strong breaststroke being strung here by Yaron Gerber from Barnet Copthall. And it is Yaron Gerber, who now has the lead in this 400 IM heat. Turning over Robbie Jones' advantage. Oliver O'Halloran is currently third. Onto the freestyle we go. And it's Gerber. From Jones, from O'Halloran. Christy Moon in lane 0 is making a push on the freestyle as well here. As well as Daniel Ferguson in lane 1. Trying to get themselves up in the top 3 in this one. But who's going to take the win in heat 7? At the minute, it looks like it should be Yaron Gerber. He does have the lead, but finishing strongly in lane 2 is Robbie Jones. He lost his lead to Yaron Gerber. He's trying to get it back. It's the final 25. It's close. It's Jones from Jersey, Gerber from Barnet, or maybe Christy Moon from Chelsea and Westminster. What a final 100 he's had in lane 0. Who gets there first? Oh, Christy Moon does it. 4:38.70. What a final 100 that was from the Chelsea and Westminster summit. He was nowhere after the first half of that medley. But his back end was very, very strong. He takes the win just ahead of Robbie Jones, who worked so hard to get his lead back, only then to be whipped away by lane 0. Heat 8. Heat number 8 then, on the men's 400 IM. Alfie Kelly from Newcastle goes in 0. Michael Rees from Sutton Keam is in lane 1. Joel Thompson from Chivalrous is in 2. Ben Harrison from Mount Kelly is in 3. Nathan Wells from Loughborough University goes in 4. It's Matthew George from the city of Salford in lane 5. Regan College's William Slawson is in 6. Basildon and Phoenix Summit Augustus Veazey is in 7. In 8, City of Glasgow's Ryan Brown. And in lane 9, it's Caleb Mackey from Grantham. As they turn after the fly leg, it's Matthew George in 5 and Nathan Wells in 4, who were very, very close to each other. In fact, they were only separated by 0.03 of a second. Nathan Wells has got away better off the turn, though, into the backstroke. And he currently has the lead, the Loughborough University Summit. And he still leads in this backstroke. Going to take a lot to get it off him, I think. Nathan Wells. He and Matthew George had very similar entry times in this race. Separated only by 0.2 of a second. Can Matthew George make a comeback on the breaststroke leg? Nathan Wells well ahead. George behind him. Ben Harrison going quite well in lane 3 as well. Also in lane 0, keep an eye on Alfie Kelly from Newcastle. Nathan Wells well out in front then on this breaststroke leg. Rest of the field is tightened up considerably, but no one's really got near the man from Loughborough who leads the fields. And he's going to turn into the freestyle leg now. Well in front, he splits 3:27.35. That is not bad going at all. If he can keep this pace up, he'll be on for a very good time, Nathan Wells. Being waved on by the Loughborough coaches. How fast can you go? It's Nathan Wells turning for home. 3:59.03 is what he split, with 50 metres to go. As I mentioned, he entered in a time of 4:36.44. He's looking to get inside that, and he should do it. Second and third is close between Joel Thompson of Shiverers, who's really made a claim in this last 100 metres, and Ben Harrison of Mount Kelly. But this is about Nathan Wells. What a swim. 4:29.68. Dips under 4:30. The Loughborough coach on the near side liked that one. Fine swim from Nathan Wells. 4:29.68. Joel Thompson comes in second place. 4:35.75. Ben Harrison in third. Alfie Kelly in fourth. As we move ourselves on to our penultimate heat, Heat 9. And underway in Heat 9. Rubens King from Portsmouth North Sea is going in lane 0. In 1, it's Richard Morton from the City of Leeds. 2, Joseph Miley from Aberdeen. 3, City of Manchester Aquatics, Thomas Payne. In 4, it's Brodie Williams from Millfield. In 5, Taunton Dean's Jacob Greenow. In 6, Craig Munden from Loughborough University. In 7, it's Adam Wilson from Newcastle. In 8, Fraser Allison from Warren de Bath. And in 9, Jacob Goodman from Millfields. And a strong start being made again by Loughborough University Summit. This time it's Craig Munden in lane 6, picking up from where his teammate Nathan Wells left off in the last race. Has got a little bit of competition though in this one. And that's coming from his left shoulder predominantly. Lane 5, Jacob Greenow. 4, Brodie Williams. In lane 3, Thomas Payne right up there as well. Here's Craig Munden who leads. Heading back towards the wall. And the halfway point. So I've got a few tweets coming in on the hashtag SummerChamps17, which is good to see. Lisa Harris says, wow, great swimming, Nathan. After that last heat. Nathan Wells winning the 8th heat of this 400 IM. Mia Rose says, good luck, Basildon and Phoenix in the 4x2 relay. Smash it, she says. And Carl Grosvenor, who's the head coach of City of Birmingham, says you can tell how good a coach is by how they wear their accreditation. The elite coaches wear them either on the belt or over one shoulder, never over the middle apparently. And that's Carl's opinion. He's welcome to it. Just having a look around the coaches. We might have a few arguments in a bit, Carl. Christopher Donaghy says, good luck to all the Modernians today. Alison Reed looking out for Zach Speakman, all the way from Mallorca. Cool, it's all right for so Alison. Although I suspect it's hotter inside Ponds Forge than it is where you are right now. In the pool, it is lane 5, Jacob Greenow, who leads the way. It was a good breaststroke leg from the Taunton Dean Stewart. And it's him and Brodie Williams who are competing for first place in this one. Craig Munden got an excellent start, but has just dropped away after the breaststroke. And as they come into the final 30 here, this is close between Brodie Williams and Jacob Greenow. They're only separated by 3/10 at the last split. Jacob Greenow was marginally ahead. And it looks like it's going to stay that way, unless Brodie Williams can find a big final 10 metres. He did. What a finish from Brodie Williams. 4:26.26. Pulled that out of the fire. And Jacob Greenow takes second, Thomas Payne in third. Well, just when you thought Brodie Williams was beaten, he found an extra gear to go to in that final 10 and pulled out the win in heat number 9. Heat 10. Heat 10 then, our final heat of the men's 400 IM. Alistair Miley from Aberdeen goes in 0. John Britton from Ealing goes in 1. Tony Joe Tret Oliver is in 2 from Mount Kelly. In 3, it's University of Stirling's Callum Laurie. In lane 4, Nathan Hughes from the Loughborough National Centre. In 5, Fraser Minikin from Loughborough University. In 6, from City of Sunderland, Zach Logue. In 7, from First, Ryan Retson. In 8, City of Salford, Marcus Day. In 9, City of Derby's Kieran Wheatley. And a good start being made in lane 6 from Zach Logue. And City of Sunderland's Zach Logue is the one who holds the advantage at the halfway point of the backstroke. So you pick up the action back on the breaststroke leg here. And it's starting to get a little bit interesting in this race. Very, very competitive. Zach Logue still right up there, but so too is Fraser Minikin from Loughborough University. Nathan Hughes, who is the quickest entrant in this entire event, is struggling a little bit here. He's going to need a big, big finish on this breaststroke, and an even bigger freestyle if he's to get himself into contention. But it's his Loughborough teammate Fraser Minikin in lane 5, training in the same pool at Loughborough University. He's going out very, very well. And you'd imagine it's between those three at the head of the pack here. Who will it be? Callum Laurie from the University of Stirling is in second place in 3. Fraser Minikin leads them out in 5. Zach Logue in 6 is third, but coming on strong in lanes 1 and 2 with John Britton and Tony Joe Trett Oliver. Could be a close finish, this. As they come back towards the wall. But it looks like Fraser Minikin's going to have enough here. It's good swim, this, from Minikin. He's got Callum Laurie coming in behind him, but I think he's going to hold on. He entered in a time of 4:22.31. He's going to be a bit outside of that, but he'll be safe with the knowledge. And he'll be looking to go a bit quicker in the final later on this evening. Fraser Minikin wins it, 4:28.26. Callum Laurie in second. John Britton managed to get third in lane 1. Tony Joe Trett Oliver and Zach Logue just nudged out to 4th and 5th in the end. And there has been a disqualification there in lane 2.
Next up, we move on to the team events then, and it's the women's 14 to 16-year-old 4x200 metre freestyle team event. Starting off with Heat 1. So these relays in the 14 to 16 year category, and also the 17 years and over as well, concluding this morning's session before we have a little break where we can physically and mentally prepare for the 1500 metre events coming up later. So taking the pool here in 1, Basildon and Phoenix. First leg for them, Ellie Wheeler, good support for Basildon and Phoenix. That's what we like to hear. In lane 2 from Preston, Emily Lawrence currently in the pool at the moment for them. Southport are in lane 3, Josie Carroll picking up the baton on their first leg. In lane 4 from Newcastle, Madeline Hardingham. In 5 is Modernian with Chloe Lentz first up in the pool for them. City of Liverpool are in lane 6 with Charlotte Wrens currently in the pool. Lane 7, Swim Grenade and Martina Ryzkowska. Well, the relay event's always the highlight for me in the British Swimming Summer Championship calendar. Let's see what these 3 heats in the 14-16 year age category can provide. It's already looking pretty tight between the front 3 or 4 at the moment. Just leading the way, lane 6 and City of Liverpool. Charlotte Wrens looking to give Holly White as good a lead as possible, but it won't be much of a lead, if a lead at all, because to her right, Swim Grenade certainly look as if early on they've got the bit between their teeth. Martina Ryzkowska doing a very good job indeed, and she'll be passing over to Katrine Barnes on their second leg. So lane 6 and 7, just watch this, they're going to go in pool right at the same time, with Swim Grenade marginally ahead. Off the blocks though, like an absolute flash, is Holly White of City of Liverpool in lane 6 already in the first 25 there, overturning that marginal deficit. And swift stuff in lane 4 as well from Newcastle and Neve Page, who currently is in the black cap for them down the heart of the pool. So there's 3 heats in this event coming up, and this will be the final that will end tonight's final sessions. A reminder that those running orders for the relays has been revised, so do make sure you are aware, if you aren't already, of the new timetable for those relays tonight. Will any of these teams be in those finals? It'll be difficult when you look at the entry times compared to the other heats, but anything can happen when it comes to the relay and the pool. Holly White doing a tremendous job, well over the halfway point in her leg now. She is way ahead of Swim Grenade and Katrine Barnes, and propelling herself and her team into second spot in lane 4 is Neve Page of Newcastle, who are beginning to show why they are the quickest entry times in this heat of 8:55.46. Not much ahead of the rest of the pool though. Moderni and Southport only 1 or 2 seconds behind when it comes to the times on paper. Moderni is struggling earlier on though. City of Liverpool definitely not struggling at this moment in time. Coming towards the halfway point in this relay, and Holly White looking very assured indeed, but of course she can't let up going towards the wall. She has to make sure Chloe Corton has as big a lead as possible, and it will be around a 3-second advantage ahead of Newcastle. 5 seconds, in fact. That is quite incredible. So in the pool now we have Chloe Corton in lane 6 for City of Liverpool. In 4, Newcastle and Laura Cook. And just behind them, also in the black cap, lane 3, Southport beginning to come into their stride, of Victoria Dawson is the one flying the Southport flag at the moment. Front 3 well ahead of the rest of the pool at this moment in time. Of course, unlike other events, individual events in the heats where it is a mixture of age categories, these all directly competing against each other, which makes it all the more fascinating. City of Liverpool have done things to more or less perfection so far. 8:57.49 was their entry time, and with the split times, suggests to me that they are doing a lot better than what they have previously done. Here on the national stage, they are certainly bringing their A game. Newcastle doing all they can, with Laura Cook in the pool, trying to close down that buffer between them and Liverpool. Certainly easier said than done. And Southport just on the periphery, with Victoria Dawson still in 3rd position. Still not completely out of contention as Swim Grenade in lane 7. And Carrion Harris. Of course, usually we say in the heats with the individual events, it doesn't really matter where you finish, it's all about time. But you do not want when it comes to other teams in your age category, in your heat, other teams finishing in front of you, because it certainly does not look good for qualification. City Liverpool still with nobody in front of them. Chloe Quarton will pass over to Libby Manning, who is now on the final leg for the leaders. City of Liverpool in front. Newcastle 2.5 seconds behind or so in lane 4. Switched up in lane 3 as well from Southport, and Jessica Law, who is on their final leg. Lola Davidson in the pool for Newcastle in lane 4. Those two getting very close to each other indeed. And Libby Manning knows exactly how close this could get, and is just doing her level best at the quarter stage to maintain the advantage that she's been given by her preceding 3 teammates. Newcastle definitely beginning to take this one by the scruff of the neck though with Lola Davidson, and look at Southport and Jessica Law. The gap certainly shrinking between the front 3 now, trying to battle their way into contention with the fastest trio. In lane 1, Basildon and Phoenix and Erin Lee, who seems to be the fastest of the 4 Basildon swimmers that we've seen so far. And still in lane 7 from Gwynedd and Maddie Harris in the pool this time around, trying to keep in touching distance of the fastest trio. Halfway point in the final leg. City of Liverpool still holding the advantage, but Newcastle are shrinking that gap by around 0.7 seconds in that 100 metres. Southport still in touching distance as well. This one could go right down to the wire. Libby Manning, how aware is she of that? Well, she's going to be very soon, because Lola Davidson is beginning to pounce, and she is only a couple of inches now away from taking the lead. This is going to be a very fascinating last 50 metres indeed. Both the leaders could end up being in tonight's final. One of them may be in tonight's final, maybe even none of them. It's all about how fast they can go in this last 50 metres, and Newcastle and Lola Davidson showing exactly why with 8:55.46. They were the quickest qualifiers with the entry time. 25 metres to go, and Libby Manning is struggling to hold on to that advantage, and it looks like she's completely lost it now as well. But still, they have a chance of qualification if their time is sharp. Newcastle then, and Lola Davidson, who does tremendously well on the last 200, comes out on top for the tune, 8:46.01. Over 2.5 seconds ahead of City of Liverpool. In third position, Swim Gwynedd, closely behind the Southport, who looked very good indeed in their last 400. Davis just outside the top trio. And Modernian coming in now to complete the race. Breathless stuff at the front there though. Newcastle looking really strong. Take heat 1. And next up is heat number 2. And those swimmers who will be participating in the 1500 metres in around half an hour's time, or well, a bit longer than that, but in the middle session today, there are still 2 lanes that are available in the diving pool on the far side here in the main arena of Ponds Forge. So there are 2 lanes still vacant if you are in that 1500 metre event and you want to do a bit of a warm-up. Full pool this time around. In lane 0 we have City of Sheffield. Alice Lickett on the first leg for them. In 1 are Millfield and Mojave currently in the pool. Lane 2 are Northampton and Betsy Wizard. Wickham District are in lane 3 with Eleanor Cowan currently on their first leg. In 4 are Stockport Metro and Alicia Hawkins. Lane 5 Thanet and Robin Moon. In lane 6, another Centurion. Annie Pearson takes up leg 1 for them. Mount Kelly and Athena Clayson are in lane 7. In lane 8, a Warren de Baths A, Katie Goodburn swimming their first 200, and City of Bristol complete the pool in lane 9 with Olivia Butler doing their first quarter of the race. Leading the way, lane 4, Stockport Metro at the moment. Alicia Hawkins going along very swiftly indeed, currently in second position. In lane 2 are Northampton, with Betsy Wizard right up there towards the front. Those two clearly the early pace setters at the back end of this first leg. We are very much hoping and expecting as tight a contest in this one as what we saw in the first heat. A reminder, 3 heats in this event. The fastest 10 teams are going in the final tonight. There's certainly a lot at stake here, and especially with the benchmark that we saw in that previous heat. These swimmers know so far what they have to beat in order to get to the finals tonight, but of course they are unaware of what is around the corner in Heat 3 and what sort of times we'll be looking at in that. So still it is a case of just going out as fast as you can. You cannot rest on your laurels. Northampton doing a very good job in lane 2. Ailsa MacDonald currently carrying the baton for them, and in lane 4 as well, a Stockport Metro, as you would expect. Ciara Henley just making sure that Northampton have a bit of company at the halfway point in this second leg. Stockport Metro quickest qualifies with an entry time of 8:37.46. If they replicate that again, there will be enough to beat all the previous teams we saw in the first heat. And of course they're going to go a bit quicker than that if you judge on paper the sort of times we're expected to see in the third heat. Also up in contention in lane 7 of Mount Kelly, Georgina Dennis currently in the pool for them. And in 5 and 6, not to be ruled out at all, Thanet and Nova Centurion, Daisy Anderson and Jade Cannerall in 5 and 6 at the moment respectively. All struggling to keep in touch a distance, so of Stockport Metro, who look very much alive and kicking here. Ciara Henley has been well in control during her leg. She will pass over next to Caitlin Bergen. How big an advantage will Stockport Metro be able to boast at this halfway point? We're about to find out. Second, wedging themselves up there, Georgina Dennis and Mount Kelly. They're above Northampton for the moment. But as we surpass halfway, Stockport Metro, very much the team to beat. So Caitlin Bergen, wearing the blue cap of Stockport, looking to maximise the advantage that she's been handed over by her preceding teammates. Mount Kelly looking very strong with Molly Francis in the pool at the moment in lane 7. So slightly dropping behind a Northampton, which allows Nova Centurion and Amy Mead to slip themselves up into 3rd position. City of Sheffield as well, not to be missed in lane 0 with Sophie Barker currently in the pool for them, and this has been so far an electric first 75 metres from her. She has really propelled herself into the top 3. We certainly have seen how good the individuals of the City of Sheffield team, Alice Thickett, Maddie Dyer, Sophie Barker and Lily Bosley have been so far this week, and Sophie Barker definitely showing how good she is over this distance so far. So your front 3 at the moment, leading the way down the centre. Lane 4, so Stockport Metro with Caitlin Bergen. In lane 7 and in second, Mount Kelly and Molly Francis, with Sophie Barker currently completing the top 3. City of Sheffield, lane 0. But here come the cavalry. Lane 6, Nova Centurion and Amy Mead trying to get her team back into the argument here, and just behind her in lane 5 are Thanet and Olivia Miles. Those two teams have dropped off a little bit over the course of the last 200 metres, but they're trying to kick themselves straight back into contention here. Nobody can rule out at this stage. Stockport Metro well aware of that. Just look at these kicks from Caitlin Bergen. A real splash being created by her in lane 4. She really does mean business. And now, team from the northwest embark on their final leg. Megan Sheard knows exactly what is required. She'll have been waiting on those blocks, looking around and seeing who her nearest rivals are. She has an advantage, but not as big as it was a couple of laps ago. That is because lane 7, Mount Kelly with Kaylee Decker in the pool at the moment are only a length behind, and City of Sheffield looking electric in lane 0 with Lily Bosley in the pool at the moment. Those are your front 3 in lane 5, beginning to put the foot on the gas, and Thanet and Maisie McCartney. And somewhat dropping off in 6, and Nova Centurion and Rebecca Fisher, but do not rule them out. Into the final 150 metres now. Stockport Metro have led this race the whole way. Megan Sheard will not want to let that lead slip now. Of course, it's not about where you finish, but about the time in conjunction with the other heats. But it is not a good sign when other teams are finishing in front of you, and Stockport Metro, the favourites in this heat, are well aware of that. They fancy themselves to be in tonight's final, and they are well determined to be there as well. In 7, Mount Kelly with Kaylee Decker, still making sure that they keep Stockport Metro for company, and City of Sheffield are battling their way to stay in contention as well. In lane 5, just on the periphery of Thanet, still with Maisie McCartney. Nova Centurion have dropped off it a bit, which allows Northampton to be thrown straight back into the argument, and Charlotte Fletcher Stables. They've been a bit quiet of Northampton since our first 200 metres, but they've strung straight back into life now. Will the resurrection be a bit too late as far as they are concerned? Stockport Metro and Megan Sheard being cheered on the far side towards home now, inside the final 30 metres. Mount Kelly still trying hard to get themselves even closer towards the front. And City of Sheffield still up there as well, with Lily Bosley on the near side in lane 0. In lane 5, trying to wedge themselves into the fastest 3 of Thanet and Maisie McCartney. Stockport Metro are going to get to the wall first. It's going to be very tight for second. Well, in the end, taking it a Stockport Metro with Mount Kelly in second and City of Sheffield in third. But my goodness me, Thanet were not far away, 800ths of a second off the top 3. Remarkable swimming that in heat number 2. We still have one heat to come. Will we see any of those teams again in the final tonight? If we do, we are sure in for quite a lot of entertainment in these 4x200 metre relay events. So that's the confirmed results for heat 2. The final heat, heat 3, is next. Well, I hope your seatbelts are still fastened ahead of this third heat. A superb couple of heats that we have seen so far, and the best, I suspect, is yet to come. Lane 0 are Wigan Best. Jodie Gittins in the pool for them. In lane 1 are City of Peterborough. Mia Leach is on leg number 1. And 2 from City of Birmingham is Caitlin Hubbard. In lane 3 are Ellesmere College Titans. On the southward, flying their flag. On leg 1 in 4, the favourites, City of Leeds and Sophie Hobber. In lane 5 are the Venture XL. In the pool right now for them is Summer Kennedy. Emma Russell takes part in lane 6 for Heart of Midlothian on their first leg. In 7 are Nofia Clwyd and Abby Hall. In lane 8 are University of Aberdeen and Rebecca Reid and Kingston upon Hull. Complete the pool in lane 9, Megan Gray is on their first leg. Very tight in the centre. Just as you may suspect, very early stages, of course, in the whole race. But with it being 200 metres each for these swimmers, they are going out, all out, in order to make sure that their 3 successors have as big a lead as possible. It's not been the ideal start in lane 7 from Nelfio Clwyd, but the rest of the teams will be pretty satisfied with the start being made at the end of this first leg. So down the heart of the pool is where we see our main contenders so far. Ellesmere College Titans in 3, City of Leeds in 4 and Adventure Excel in 5, all interchanging battens very quickly indeed down the centre. In the pool at the moment, Anna Smale in 3, Kira Schlossen in 4 and Mia Barber in lane number 5. Not far away from them in lane 6 are Heart of Midlothian, Ellie Riley flying the flag for them on this second leg, and on the far side as well in lane 8 are University of Aberdeen and Gaia Alcaraz, who's certainly made herself familiar with the podium so far this week. Will she be able to help her team get into a shot of a podium finish for tonight's final? Long way to go in this heat. There's certainly a lot of stiff competition in the heats we have seen so far. If you manage to get in the final in this event, you certainly will have earned it. The level of performance has been incredibly high indeed. Halfway point in this second leg, and tied down the centre are Ellesmere College Titans and Anna Smale, and City of Leeds as well, and Kira Schlossen. Fascinating tug of war going off between those two, separated by 0.08 of a second on that turn, dropping slightly off of the front foot in the Venture Excel in lane 5. Will that be recovered in the next couple of legs? It's getting very tight as well between lanes 1 and 2. That's City of Peterborough and Mackenzie Wyatt, and also City of Birmingham's Alexandra Bartley as well. Will they be able to be sniffing around the quickest times for qualification in tonight's final? Definitely looking in fine fettle though. Down the centre remain Ellesmere College Titans and City of Leeds. They definitely are the two to beat, and if they finish outside the top 3 at the end of this heat, at this moment in time, you'd have to say it would be a big surprise indeed, because there's quite a bit of a buffer between them and the rest of the pool. The rest of the pool beginning to spread out as well now as we go on to the third leg in a very short while. Taking to the pool next will be Jessica McDonough in lane 3 for Ellesmere College Titans, and Leo Crisp in lane 4 for City of Leeds, who do lead the way. Adventure Excel not a million miles behind, but a bit further behind than they were 200 metres ago. On their third leg is Alice Richards, and doing very well in lane 1 are City of Peterborough and Poppy Richardson. And by goodness me, she can swim. How much ground can she make up on the leaders in her 200 metres? We will wait and see. Lane 4, City of Leeds, still the ones to beat, and their lead over Ellesmere College Titans is expanding somewhat. Adventure Excel trying to make sure they keep themselves in touching distance, but it's a very difficult task indeed, especially when the competition is rife with City of Peterborough in 1 and also City of Birmingham in lane number 2. The leading pair though still have quite a bit of an advantage separating them and everybody else taking part in this third and final heat. A reminder as well, there are more of these relays coming up after this with the women's 17 years and over event. Just the 2 heats involved in that, and we have been treated in this age category to 3 very strong heats indeed so far. City of Leeds with a bit between their teeth, and Leah Crisp crunching away at the front ahead of the rest of the pool. 8:34.24 was their entry time. 6 seconds clear of Ellesmere College Titans on paper. Only 3 seconds at the moment in the pool, but it is certainly much more of a gap than what was had at the start of this leg. 25 metres to go until we go on to the ultimate 200 metres here. Still trying to crank up the pressure in lane 1 of City of Peterborough and Poppy Richardson, who has certainly managed to claw her team in front of the Venture Excel in lane 5, who had a superb first 400. But on this third leg, they haven't been able to maximise that earlier tremendous swim from Summer Kennedy, in particular in leg number 1. City of Leeds though, look at the advantage they have at the moment. They have the pool more or less to themselves at the top half of it. Tia Ward is in the pool for them, and who else would you want in this age category taking to the pool right now if you were City of Leeds. If anyone is going to hold on to this lead and also add to it as well, it is going to be Tia Ward, leading the way by quite a bit now ahead of Ellesmere College Titans. Shannon Delegate is doing her best, kicking her way as close as she can towards the front. But as are City of Peterborough still, they will not go away. Lauren Harrison in the pool currently for them. They are level pegging with Deventio Excel in lane 5, who themselves are not resisting the possibility of dropping further behind. Charlotte Hall in the pool for them. Cries of "come on Charlotte" coming from the far side. They are currently still in third, Deventio Excel. It would be very respectable indeed if they can manage to stay there. Of course, we'll have to wait for the confirmed times at the end of this one, but City of Leeds looking well on the road to qualifying for tonight's final. Tia Ward looking very cool indeed at the front, commanding things ahead of the rest of the pool. Shannon Delegate doing a very good job of making sure that Ellesmere College Titans don't drop any further than behind second. And Deventio Excel have managed to claw their way even further into third. The next challenge is University of Aberdeen. How about this from Kirsty Stewart? Aberdeen not being mentioned at all in this heat, but they are up, knocking about the front 4 positions alongside City of Birmingham in 2 and City of Peterborough in lane 1 as well. But how about this from City of Leeds? What a team performance from them. Emphasised by Tia Ward, and 8:27.61 is the time that they have earned from that. Big well done to the West Yorkshire club, surely qualifying for tonight's final. Ellesmere College Titans in second. They did not slip out of that front 2. Their time 8:36.01 as Shannon Delegate brings it home for them. And in third are Deventio Excel, 8:39.16. Didn't look like they were going to knock around in those front 3 spots a couple hundred metres ago, but they've managed to withstand the challenge behind them from Aberdeen and City of Birmingham, City of Peterborough as well. They sit in third, but top of the tree are City of Leeds, and we'll see them later on in tonight's final. Confirmed DQ as well in lane 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes poolside for our next event. The women's 17 years and over 4x2 relay heats. It's heat 1. Alrighty then, women's 17 years and over 4x2 relay. Running through the start lists. In lane 0 we have Exeter City being led out by Katie Townsend. On this leg they have Gemma Owen, Ryan Webb and Rhiannon Loveman to come. In lane 1 we've got Northampton. Zoe Giddon is on the opening leg for them. They've got Rose Foden, Phoebe Downs and Olivia Tatton to come. Beckham, in lane 2 rather, is Beckenham. Jessica Franklin opening things up with Fern Cook, Hannah Louise Nelson and Sophie Lewis Ward on the remaining legs. In lane 3, Guildford City A, Molly Robinson kicking things off with Alicia Wilson, Eleanor Rickson and Katie Hodgson on legs 2, 3 and 4. Aberdeen Performance A are in lane 4. They've got Kirsty Simpson on the opening leg with Jessica Thompson, Alice Alcaraz, and Orla Adams in their remaining legs. They qualified quickest in this relay. In lane 5 is Aberdeen Performance B, India Dodd, Caroline McIntosh, Shannon Patterson and Emma Chittleberg. In 6 it's Hatfield, Philippa Shuttleworth on the opening leg in the pool right now. They have Laura Copping, Amber Hughes and Shannon Stott on the remaining legs. And in lane 7 we've got Southport, Emma Whittingham in the water with Ella Johnson, Ellie Dewsbury and Neve Vilgett to come. And in lane 8, completing the field rather, is Amersham, Sophie Elphick opening things up, Georgina Bradley, Katie Dibbs and Sophie Lawrence to come. In lane 4, the quickest start belongs to Aberdeen A. Led out by Kirsty Simpson, she'll hand over to Jessica Thompson, who eagerly awaits on the blocks. And in she goes. In second place, Northampton. Zoe Giddon handing over to Rose Foden on the second leg. And getting away really nicely, despite touching in third. In lane 3 is Guildford City. Strong start being made in this one by Alicia Wilson, taking over from Molly Robinson. It's quite close at the moment here, between lanes 4 and 3 in particular. Northampton not far away in 1. Next best over in lane 7 is Southport through Ella Johnson. Hundred-metre mark in the second leg. Aberdeen A have held their lead. Jessica Thompson. Aberdeen B in lane 5, a little bit further back. Caroline McIntosh for them. Currently about level 4th. But Aberdeen A and Guildford City have squared each other up on this leg. Jessica Thompson versus Alicia Wilson. Wilson will hand over to Eleanor Rickson, who waits anxiously behind the blocks. Aberdeen 8 have Alice Alcaraz on the next leg. It's Aberdeen who have a minor lead. Really, really close race this one at the halfway point. What can either team produce in these remaining legs? Touching in is Jessica Thompson, handing over to Alice Alcaraz. Guildford City in second, Alicia Wilson. Hands over to Eleanor Rickson. In third, some way behind the leaders, but some way ahead of the rest of the pack, is Northampton. That was Rose Foden handing over to Phoebe Downs. But Aberdeen 8 had the quickest entry time in this race, 8:29.09, which is the second quickest overall across these two heats. These heats seeded. City of Sheffield, the only team entered who went quicker in qualification for these national championships. And they're coming up in heat 2. Aberdeen stretching the lead. It's now about a body length between Aberdeen and Guildford City. Alice Alcaraz versus Eleanor Rickson. And Northampton just been stuck towards the rest of the pack here. It's all about Aberdeen then. Anchor leg being swum by Orla Adams in lane 4 for Aberdeen A, taking over from the good work of Alex Alcaraz, who has given them a lead to defend on this final leg. Guildford City are the chasers. Katie Hodgson taking over from Eleanor Rickson, who has a lot of work to do. Northampton remain in third, but they have a target on their back, you feel. Olivia Tatton being chased down by the teams in 4th and 5th in lanes 6 and 5, which is Hatfield in 6, Shannon Stott on the anchor for them. Aberdeen B have Emma Chittelberg going here. But at this point, it's hard to see the relay going anywhere else but Aberdeen A. 3 or 4 point lengths separate them and Guildford City. Good swim this from Orla Adams on the anchor. Katie Hodgson had a mountain to climb. And I'm not sure she's going to be able to in this short space of time. Orla Adams with an excellent swim here, and she's going to bring it home for Aberdeen Performance A. How quick can it be though? That's the question. They set themselves an entry time, 8:29.09. Should be, I think, just inside that. Sending out a warning shot to the swimmers, not only in this heat but in heat 2 as well. Aberdeen are here to compete. They win it. Touching in, times to be confirmed. Guildford City come in 2nd place. Can confirm that time for you now for Aberdeen, 8:26.75 the initial time. Guildford City going 8:34.92. It's a huge personal best for the Northampton girls. They qualified in 8:54, they're just from 8:40. Congratulations to those in lane 1 to finish 3rd. In 4th was Hatfield, 8:43.64. 5th was Beckenham. Aberdeen Performance B coming in 6th. In 7th was Southport and Amersham and Exeter City finished the race here in lane 0 in 9:13.5 to complete the race. I think all swimmers there going above, or should I say below, their entry time. Some great swims as Aberdeen Performance A win the race in Heat 1. Heat 2. And away we go, second heat of the 4x2. In 0 is Exeter City. Or should I say, start that one again. In 0 it's Rushmore Royals. Samantha Girl on the opening leg for them. They have Lucy Sutton, Lottie Preston-Howes and Rachel Casey to come. In 1 it's Warren Bass with Katie Smith on the opener. Neve Ritchie, Jessica Damon and Mary Swanson on the remaining legs for them. City of Oxford go in lane 2. They've got Ellie Millington on the opener. Emily Woods, Katie Mills and Emily Nisbet to come. Wickham District A are in lane 3. Sophie Millen on the opening leg with Rachel Cox, Maya Semionova Hoyland and Catherine Lees on legs 2, 3 and 4. In lane 4 are our event's quickest qualifiers, City of Sheffield in their home pool, Darcy Deakin, Isabel Grant, Kate Clifton and Ellie Faulkner. In lane 5, Plymouth Leander A, Juliet Cassini leading things out for Plymouth Leander, Madison Kemp, Anita McCartney and Jessica Jackson. They're in lane 5 with City of Peterborough in lane 6, Chloe Hannam, Rachel Wellings, I should say, Rebecca Burton and Molly Allen. Davencio in lane 7. Emily Osborne on the opener. Esther Halford now in the water. Chloe Bates and Kate Dissington. Gloucester City are in lane 8. They had Sophie Hall go out first with Bethan Blakelock now in the pool. Georgie Longdon and Paris Allen to come. And Maxwell are in lane 9 with Megan Pirrie swimming the opening leg. Amber Cook in the water now with Rosalind Fell and Danielle Richards still to come on legs 3 and 4. The quickest start has been made, perhaps unsurprisingly, by the City of Sheffield. Quickest entrance into this event. And Darcy Deakin has given Isabel Grant here a good platform to build on. And the remaining swimmers, Kate Clifton and Ellie Faulkner, on the pool deck looking very relaxed. They've done this plenty of times before. In second place at the moment we have lane 6, that's the City of Peterborough. Very talented group of girls down at the City of Peterborough. Chloe Hannam led them out well. Rachel Wellings doing a sterling job on the second leg. They've got Rebecca Burton still to come and the very quick Molly Allen on the anchor. And currently in third. In lane 5, Plymouth Leander. Juliet Cassini led them out well. Madison Kemp bringing it home to the halfway point here. It's City of Sheffield, well in front. Handover completed. As Isabel Grant passes the metaphorical baton to Kate Clifton. City of Peter remain in second. It's now Rebecca Burton taking things out for them. She's close for third and realistically second as well. City of Peterborough right alongside Plymouth Leander in lane 5, who now have Anita McCartney in the pool. And in lane 3, Wycombe Districts have made a bit of a comeback in this one. We've got Maya Semionova Hoyland on this third leg. Okay then, ladies and gents. Updates. 1500 metres warm-up. We have 2 lanes available in the diving pool right now. They are clearly marked. So if you'd like to warm up for the 1500 metres, there are 2 lanes available in the diving pool for you, which are clearly marked as 1500 metre warm-up lanes. There is a swim-off after this heat of the relay in the men's 100 metres freestyle. Then we will have a short break, and the 1500 metre heats will start at 1 p.m. prompt. That is in exactly 51 minutes. And the revised evening session timings are now available in the coach's kiosk. So in case that any of that was missed, 1500 metre warm-up now happening in the diving pool. There is a swim-off after this heat in the men's 100 free. Then we'll have a very short break before the 1500 metre freestyle heats, which will start at 1 o'clock on the dot. And coaches, if you require the revised evening session timings, they're now available in the coach's kiosk. That is the admin out of the way as we concentrate on the action in the pool. And it's heating up, especially for the City of Sheffield. They hand over well in the lead to Ellie Faulkner, who it's safe to say will back herself. She's a very strong freestyle swimmer over middle distance, and she should have plenty in the tank to bring this one home. for the city of Sheffield. What sort of time can he set? That's the question here, more than anything else. City of Peterborough have just lost second place. They're still in it though. Plymouth Leander currently holds second through Jessica Jackson, but Molly Allen is very, very quick and will hope to rein her in over the upcoming 140 metres or so. Currently in third. Our City of Peterborough, just behind them in fourth, Wickham District. They have Catherine Lees on the anchor. Ellie Faulkner going out very, very quickly here, and they're on track here, City of Sheffield, for a quick time. They entered in a time of 8:26.96, which is already pretty quick. But by my rough estimations, they're on track to beat it. You can see the City of Sheffield coaches just below me, waving Ellie on. They don't want to coast through to this final. They want to set the fastest time. In the previous heat, Aberdeen A went out pretty quickly. But can City of Sheffield go even quicker? I think they can. Ellie Faulkner leading them home in their home pool. And this is going to be a pretty comfortable win for Ellie Faulkner and the City of Sheffield. And it's going to be in a quick time as well. Stopwatch out. It's 8:19.32. Not bad going from the Steel City. Coming home in second place, doing really well to hold off the challenge of Molly Allen, is Plymouth Leander with Jessica Jackson on the anchor. She's taken it home really well. Those two, Jackson and Molly Allen, have gone very, very quickly on that anchor leg. They've left Wickham District in the dust for fourth. Second, Plymouth Leander. Third, City of Peterborough. Wickham District come in fourth place, 8:45.99. But good to see City of Sheffield come well below their entry time. So too did Aberdeen A in the first heat. So it'll be interesting to see if they can repeat the trick in the final. City of Peterborough will be pleased. They've gone a good 6 seconds below their entry time, which they'll be pleased with. Goes from the City of Peterborough. As Wickham District finished fourth. Warren Bass fifth. City of Oxford sixth. Devonshire seventh. Gloucester in 8, Rushmore 9, and Maxwell finish in 10th place to complete the women's 17 years and over 4x2 relay heats. As I mentioned, we will be having a swim off. This is in the men's 100 metre freestyle. These guys are swimming for a place in the 19 years and over 100 metre freestyle final. And here we go then, for a place in the 19 years and over 100 metre freestyle final. This is the swim off. So swim-offs themselves, fairly rare, having 3 in a swim-off, even rarer. These guys all finishing joint 10th in the 100 metre freestyle heats in the 19 years and over category. So only one place in the final, and it's going to one of these three. Callum Bain from University of Stirling in 3. His teammate Jordan Hughes in 4. Jarvis Parkinson from London Aquatics in lane 5. Jarvis Parkinson with a really good turn there. He touched in first, got away really well off the wall as well at the 50 metre mark as they come towards home. You'd back Jarvis Parkinson here. The two Uni of Stirling swimmers going quickly behind him, but can they pull it back? Parkinson leads them out into the final 10 metres, and he should just have enough there. Closest challenge coming for Jordan Hughes, but Parkinson will hold on and secure himself a place in the final. 49.84, the winning time in that swim off. Jordan Hughes and Callum Bain missing out, but not by a lot. It's Jarvis Parkinson who makes his way into the final. later on. And that will do us for the action in the swimming pool. For now, at least. It won't be long until it's full again of swimmers. A reminder, the 1500 metre heats start at 1 PM, which is in just under 45 minutes' time. So something of a rapid lunch will be consumed. And speaking of a rapid lunch, off we go, officials. You may now leave the poolside. We'll see you in 45 minutes